Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Coming to you live from right here in New Jersey. Now, if you know anything about the history of the name of this place, you're going to be wondering about Old Jersey. What happened to Old Jersey? Well, actually, New Jersey is named for a place in the former British Kingdom, now called the UK. So that was where the Jersey was that this New Jersey is named after. Not that any of that really matters, but it gives us something to kind of laugh about when we start a program that's not that laughable. We're talking about Islam-O-phobia. We're talking about what is the cure for that. And in last night's program, we continued this morning talking about a cure for the insecure, playing on words a little bit and talking about the very serious situation that we find ourselves in today. Many people today are in a quandary about their lives and about what's going on in the world. One of their concerns is what is the future going to bring for us, and that's a very real concern for anybody, and I agree with that. However, one of the things that we see as Muslims being a big problem is that so many people are focused on the wrong things. And in particular, we're talking about a phobia. What is a phobia? A phobia is a disease of the mind wherein that a person is more worried about things that, it's not a realistic concern. It's something way beyond that. A phobia means that it's an unreal perception of something that may or may not affect them. For instance, a person who has a fear of spiders, to an extent that they'll go insane if they see even a tiny little spider. This is a phobia, and it is an unrealistic view of what's going on. And a person who is having an unrealistic fear of going outside of their house, they want to stay in this place, they're scared to go out into the world. This is called agoraphobia. And a person who is afraid of heights, even to step on a stepladder, they have this unnatural fear of falling or something happening to them, to the extent that they would never even want to get on a ladder, or definitely not in an airplane. And this is called what's that? Acrophobia. That's acrophobia. And all of these phobias are not realistic. But when it comes to being afraid of something you don't even know what it is, that's pretty bad. And in this case, I'm talking about Islam. When people say that something about Islamophobia, we really need to step up and clarify what's going on with that. Islam is a noun which unfortunately is not translated in the translations of the Quran and the Hadith of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And they leave it in the Arabic language. Even though they use English letters, it still says Islam, Islam, and that's still an Arabic word. So what we understand from this, that it's partially our fault by not making clear what Islam really is. Islam, coming from Aslama, is actually a very beautiful word because it is implying the relationship between the creation and the creator. That relationship, if the master, for instance, let's take a master who has perfected something like the universe, for instance, and whatever he created, these things are under his domain. He owns them, right? So regardless of what you want your relationship to be with your creator, It remains that he really is the creator and sustainer, and at any time he can change whatever you're going through. So this Islam is showing you how to have a proper relationship with your creator, because it contains the words within the word Islam, or aslama, the verb, of surrender to Almighty God. Submit to his commandments. Obey to the best of your ability. Do it in sincerity. Well, now we're going to always stop on that sincerity because we want to bring that to your attention and focus on it for a second. Because if it's from you, you're volunteering, isn't it? But it's not involuntary, so it's voluntary. You have to volunteer to be totally sincere with your Creator in surrender, submission, and obedience. This is what it means, but we're not done. For sure, you would understand from what I just said that there is no possible way that you could force anybody to be sincere. And this is clear. I would like very much for you to consider that it's impossible for Islam to spread by a sword or any kind of threat or bombs or anything else, because the word Islam is saying it's a voluntary expression of your own self to your Creator. Think about what I just said. Because if you understand this, then it takes you to another level to consider that the Quran, inside of it, it says very clearly, La ikraha fid-din, which means there is no compulsion whatsoever. So if you catch this, if you catch on to what I'm telling you right now, then this would mean that nobody could be forced into Islam. And according to the word, the etymology of the word aslama, it would be an oxymoron to say forced conversion to Islam. It's like saying a forced conversion to be sincere. How do you force people to be sincere? Hello. Then after that, we want to continue. There are more words. If a person is surrendering voluntarily, submitting on their own, obeying according to the commandments of God, then he's doing it willfully from himself. This is a choice. And if he's totally sincere with his God, then this is aslama. And as a result, these other words start coming out of that same root, aslama, from silm, and you'll be surprised because there is something called salama, which is safety and security coming to the individual. Now watch what happens. Once you have salama, then you have salam. What is salam? Peace. You want peace? You want to feel secure? You want to feel safe? This is the cure. Islam is the cure for your Islam-O-phobia. Islam is the cure for your insecurity. That's just as plain as day. I wish you would share this. I wish you would like this and share it with others. Let them know that Islam is the cure for insecurity. Share that right now. Won't you do that? And we'll have more programs just like that. If I see enough shares on this, we'll keep doing this every day. How's that sound? Let's do that. Inshallah. Oh, and by the way, I want to encourage you to stay guided by watching Guide Us TV. You can watch it on the internet, guideus.tv. You can get our free app. Go to the App Store or Play Store, depending on if you've got an iPhone or an Android, and type in the word Guide Us like it's one word, Guideus. And then if you're on an iPhone or iPad, put a dash and then the letters T and V. But if you're on the Android, put Guide Us, Guideus, like one word, then put a space and TV, you'll see our logo pop up. It kind of looks like an interstate sign, except the colors are reversed. We have the red on the bottom and the blue on the top, so you won't get confused and try to make a wrong turn. And stay guided with Guide Us TV. Till next time, peace. Ma salama.